I have wanted to do this game for a while, so we're doing it now. We are doing Wii Sports, and we are starting off with the tennis court. Now, this game, I think, is actually super pretty. I really like the way this game looks. This game, the trees are not billboarded, though they are flat, and a lot of the foliage, by the way, is flat. Since you're really only supposed to be here, kind of really from like here, is really the only way your camera's supposed to be looking. There's a lot of the stuff over here. It kind of takes a lot of cheap shortcuts, but it's still on a high fidelity enough console that it can't take too many. Like, stuff over here does have to be modeled all the way here, but they don't have to put a door. So they can just have the same grass texture repeat where the door would be. And that's the same across the board, which I think makes this game really interesting in comparison to some of the other ones that we've done. Particularly Mario Kart 64, because I do have to put a lot more detail, but not too much. We do get some really interesting stuff, like this is a really funny texture right here of like this weird grass. That looks kind of silly, but whatever. We also have, oh, would you look at that? The same texture over here. This, by the way, is the glass texture, at least of this stage, and I think it may be the rest of the game, or at least a lot of the game. But since we're doing it in this mode, we get to kind of explore outside of the arena itself, which the arena, very cool. This is where the people are. But outside of the arena, we got all these nice trees. We got nothing over here and nothing over here. We got two big, paths over here and one over here. This one goes around it. And then, oh, would you look at that? The same texture stretched super far. Also, remember this building. It shows back up. This building that's only textured on one side, or modeled on one side. These buildings actually are modeled all the way around. This one is, and this one is not. This one is. It looks really nice, even though there's the one grass texture, which is really, really funny. But it still looks really nice. From where it's supposed to be, like if you actually go over here, this does really have the feeling of like being at a kind of sports club. I don't know if you've ever been. My dad worked at a country club during my childhood, so I've been to stuff like this, though I was never a member. I was never rich enough for that, but it does have that vibe. I also love how all of the plants are flat. Even the trees are just like the same texture, like splinted on itself. It looks kind of funny. Yeah, this game, also this right here, is a flat 2D texture, as you probably could have guessed that, but you get that confirmation right here, except for this middle part that is technically modeled. Yeah, this game, it's very interesting. It's very cool looking. I love the style of this. I think it really captures the vibe of a sports club really, really well. And I think it's really interesting because it has that sort of like, it can kind of get away with stuff sort of vibe, but it's just high fidelity enough that it still has to model quite a bit.